Right, we've got to do a huge shout out to Forever Glass Art. As you can see, I've got 2 huge sheets of ply, and in here we have 3 bits of polystyrene for the insulation, and I also have a big box of screws and some insulation roll. Not as big as I expected, but we can make it work. I expected the bigger one, but that's okay. And then that is the silver tape that I bought, and then these are the CLS timbers that I was going to buy at £3 each. There's 11 of them. I was going to get 11 for £30, but the guy generously donated them, gave me my money back. Excuse me. And then these offcut supply cost me £20. So I am so grateful. We've got something to start working with a bit of insulation and a build. I'm trying to get us a bit warmer. Diesel heater should be going in end of this week. And like I say, huge thanks to Forever Glass Art for the insulation, the screws, the foil, and the ply, big ply sheets, for their donation to pay towards that, which is so grateful for that. So thank you so much. And you know, what would I do without you lot? So hopefully now, when the diesel heater goes in, I can try and get the place to retain the heat a little bit more and get the back bit insulated. Thank you so much. Look at these two trying to get to the doves. Come on, Chief, come. Come on, Chief, that'll do. Spirit, come on, Chief, come. Spirit, come. Come on, back in the van. Come on, good girl. Good girl, good boy. Come on, back in. Wet and raining. Well, there's a bit of a mess in here, isn't it? I'm just trying to put a bit of ply on the back here before Ian decides where to put the diesel heater. Because this was done, I don't know where the slats are, and I don't think there's many in there. I definitely got one on the end. So I've had to put the ply along the end to actually screw the ply to the slat. And I put a tiny one in here, because again there was no slats in here. So I've literally just had to sort of put the insulation in, so I can have to work a framework around it. Because obviously I'm going to have a frame with a CLS frame. So I'm just trying to make it so that I can put things tidy for now. Obviously that's got to be cut properly, the ply bit of floor, but there's enough gap underneath to sort of put carpet underneath, everything underneath. But that's held up, so we're now insulated behind there, albeit a bit dodgy. Best I can do. I need to have Ian put me some slats on this to do this properly, because obviously I've got nothing to screw anything to. It's only by chance I managed to get a little bit of wood in there. Obviously I know that side's been slatted, you know, got the supports in, but I don't know if Mark did this side, so I've just got to work with what I've got. So right now at least we've got one bit of ply in, and by using another whole 8x4 it fitted there. Obviously I'm going to be covering this bar. I was thinking about leaving it open, but I'm going to cover it. And here's an accident there. I'm going to cover it and get all a nice sort of bit of shelf on here. Right, I better tidy this mess up now. Then, so I had a bit of a tidy up, so we have a better idea of what I've done now. So I'm going to say the ply is up that end to here. I've got plenty of off-bit cuts of ply to come here, but this is going to be clad here, so I'm not too worried about this being the odd bit, because like I say, it's all going to be done groove cladding, whatever you call it, over the top of this. Maybe not the ply, because we've got to do some bits, but anyway, but all this will be. Obviously the cats haven't got their windowsill to climb on. I've just had to wedge another bit of wood on top of the board that might fall down. But the table's been lowered, desk has been lowered, so you can see they are just about in the same level now. And then obviously when I've got the bit of lift up table across the side, and more wood on the floor to stop this getting dust. So the hardboard I took off that is big enough to cover over this, so I have still got the polystyrene for that and then we'll put the hardboard up, maybe even do a bit of, if I've got any left over, do the what do you call it? I can't remember what stuff, the silver stuff anyway, first as well. But I mean, I can do that. We'll take that light down and everything and just completely hardboard that for now, just to sort of get that tidy. Ian might help me with that. Then this is all got to be taken down and rebuilt. So I obviously got to get in there to insulate that bit. I'll probably take these bits off, board off, and use them elsewhere and put the big bit of ply there. So we can use this for sort of some tidier bits. We really want some nice heavy duty ply across there for warmth. And obviously all these will come down, because obviously I've got to sort of take all this apart to rebuild it. So like I say, I've only used one bit of ply at the moment. I've obviously still got the leftover bits of offcuts I've got. Hello, what are you lot doing? As you can see, there's plenty of gap underneath for me to put a bit of flooring in and everything. Hello, you two. So yeah, just trying to tidy up a bit now. Like I say, I was going to put the board all the way up to there, but I don't think there's any slats in there apart from at the end, and the one little one I put in there. Obviously that will all be held into place when I've got all the framework in, so I'll be doing all the CLS framework around this to have, you know, same as I'll be going around here. So that would be, you know, screwed to the floor, screwed to, I want to get Ian to get me something secure up there, or even to here, to that metal bar, so I can actually have some slats, some decent CLS slats, especially to go underneath this windowsill here. I've got to get that off, so they'll probably still be actually hidden behind there. Got to put a bit of CLS frost in front of that, so I can put my windowsill on it. So the CLS will basically hold all the ply and everything in. Might be easier to have the lighter face ply up there in case I can't clad it just yet, or afford to clad it yet. Like I say, it's just all swings and roundabouts at the moment, but at least I've got one piece of ply in. So that means that Ian can put in the diesel heater where he chooses around here at the moment, whether he's going to put it in the bottom of the drawer there, and underneath my footwell there, underneath my footwell here, underneath the bed, in the other room. At least I've put that wall of insulation in. You can see the desk has come out in the doorway a little bit, but not so bad. I can still walk through, still plenty of space in here to walk and move. Hello, you. So yeah, so it started. My bungalow is full of stuff. Like I say, the next step really is to get Ian to do the diesel heater, put this split charger, connect the split charger up to the batteries. I want to have a new box made in the front here, because I can't get to the batteries how they are at the moment. So I want this remade. This is going to basically be completely rebuilt, so it's the full width of that. So hopefully I can get two batteries side by side. I can have a lift up top or get into it so I can charge them up, because at the moment I can't get them to charge them up. So this whole box area has to be rebuilt behind the chair, and all this area up here will be for, you know, the electric cupboard and everything. But I think it'd be an idea to actually extend that, then it'll give me space for more batteries if need be later. This is my solar in there, not getting much solar at the moment. I need to charge, it's down to 12 now, I need to charge the batteries, and if that split charger isn't going in soon, and by doing it with a normal battery charger, because I can't get the clips onto the battery, so I can only just do it on the bottom one. But yeah, here I don't really know what's happening here. Obviously again I want to get all the carpets off, have it all sort of insulated and CLS timbered and plied and everything else like that. All the cat stuff's got to come down for that. That will have to wait. From now we're just going to get this back area sorted and done, and make it a bit more of a easier space. We can get the idea. Obviously desks and tables go down around there. This is like the bed settee. You can get a better idea now. It's got a divan base with holes, no drawers in, so even though half it's going to be cut off, I can still get to it and have little drop down bits and have storage under there. Obviously I'll get some, when this is back done, I've got some foam left, so I'll have some foam backing cushions to go in there, which can also go up on top for the cats as well if need be at night time. You can see all this is just dropping down. This is just hardboard, it's not ply, so the cats are starting to sag through it, so this needs to become completely off and have a nice solid ply base. And again, even the back of here, there's those offcuts might do that. But I'll just sitting down and working out what I've got. But really right now I've got to wait till Ian does his bit, and then I can start doing my bit. At least that bit's done, even if it is bodged, I've no idea. But it's up, and like I say, it's just going to help with keeping the heat in, I don't move them properly, or you know, I'll do what best I can with that. And that obviously I've got to carry on upwards now. And if I can't get Ian to get some buttons screwed to that, I'll have to sort of just stick them with Sikaflex and everything, and then insulate and just do a nice, the lightweight face ply on it or something for now. So I certainly won't be afford to do all the tongue and groove yet, but I suppose if that is over that side, it'd be a bit tidier. Who's making a mess and a noise? What have you found? She's found her sweeties. What have you found? Are you helping yourself to sweeties? Are you helping yourself to sweeties? Hang on then, I've got to give some sweets. Yes, okay. Right, here we go. I've just been trying to get things on board from off to Ian's tomorrow. I've got his box of bits up here and on the chair there, which Spirit is now sleeping on. T's been sleeping on that, but as you can see, I've been in put a few boxes up here. These are just screwed on temporarily. They're, you know, as you can see, that ply needs fixing in. It's not secure because there's no buttons behind there, but you know, I've got to make do what it is. But the cats at least got somewhere they can stand on to look at the window. That's what they miss, so they can just put holds their way and get some bits out of the way. Just put the chair there, the radiator's behind it, that secures the radiator in, but also that's allowing me to sit there and see how the space is used, because I'm thinking now to actually have the tabletop can lift away when it's not a shop, so that obviously I can have a seat there myself and actually enjoy the space, because I haven't got a comfy seat apart from being in bed. Also just put a bit of ply, I'm carrying this ply to Ian's in case we use it, but I've just wedged it in there so I can see. I'm going to try and sit in the bed this way around as I've been doing. Pillows at that end. Obviously this is all going to be sort of nice and warm and secure, because originally obviously it was going to be a bed settee, but I'm just again want to trial this to see if I can get in and out okay and see what it's like to have the board there. So the tabletop will come across here. So again, it's just trying things and carrying wood to Ian's. Under the bed is empty. I've moved the cat's play area to under that side, which because it'd be boarded off, they can still play under there with their toys and everything. I still got a bit of access to tidy that up. And this area's got my tools and everything. So it's the same little tray. I'm not liking this cat litter, but it's all I can afford and get hold of at the moment. I need to get wood pellets because this just goes all over the floor and under my feet. So that's been a right pain to sort of tidy up under. Desk is working fine there. That's all working nicely. Been painting. Still got to finish that off. Again, the wiring, it's just all temporary that I've just had to move from over there. So it's just all bodgy and trying things, and everything else has got to be moved and secured and everything, but I've also got to be able to work with it if I haven't got enough wood to secure things. Just had a cat food delivery, so excuse the box. This area here is what I want to rebuild. That's why I'm taking the ply with me. Obviously that's the battery area. See when Ian can actually build that there, so I'll try and take some wood with me, and I might need to take a piece of CLS in case he wants to rebuild that there to when he's connected all the batteries up. Hello, just got the pram in again. It's raining again today, isn't it, Chief? And you're getting well fed up of being stuck in, being sleeping in the bungalow and playing in the bungalow, haven't you? But yeah, we're just trying to sort of have enough to carry with me to be there for a couple of days if needed, but also not carry so much that it's too much to carry, you know, that it's going to be in the way if I've got to move things out. Obviously if Ian's, wherever Ian decides to put a diesel heater, I might have to have the bed out, I might have to have the desks over. We've got to be able to move everything, so I'm trying to make sure that I've got to take the radiator in case it's cold, but you know, but at the same time hopefully I've got all the bits right for the diesel heater. The worrying thing now is if I've got the wrong bits, but we won't know if that happens. This again, like I say, I'm just making do at the moment. I'm going to take it with me because I like to sit down when I'm cooking. But again, this all has to be rebuilt. He might use all these boxes to rebuild things. But at the moment, I'm not going to take that chair away. I've still got to decide how this is going to happen and what's going to go in here. The chair is so nice to be able to sit down when you're just cooking, and also it keeps the wheel secure when we're driving along. You all right, Chief? You can come on then. Come on in. Come to Mummy. Come here. You talking? You go in the film. So yeah, I just sort of do a quick pop in and let you know. This is the day before we go to Ian's, because it was delayed a day. He couldn't make yesterday, so it's Thursday. Tomorrow, it's Wednesday today. There's a while because the cat food was delayed a week. Just trying some more cat food. So we're getting back on some better meat. It's gone, so I don't know who ate it. I expect Spirit ate it. But Chief's got her a nice diet biscuits back at last. I had to buy a huge 3-kilogram thing, cost about 30 quid, but you know, I've got so much other food that I've got to move on and get rid of, so that's fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying what's going on. Because I just sitting in that chair then to sit down and actually see the whole long line of alleyway and all the way through. What's called open plan was quite nice. I've just brought the little bit of wood out so I can still get on top. Oh, it's something else I also did as well, because I want to extend this out. I just screwed a bit of ply up here to see. The cat's a bit bouncy. The cat's got a bit more space, but also to see what it's like and make sure I can still get in there without it banging my head. I just about go underneath that, only just. I mean, I'm 5'6" or something. I'll probably bang my head on when the this is back on. TLS is on there. But that's fine. So again, it's just working out, you know, how high things are going to go. Can I have a roof on there? I could probably go a little bit higher. The cats are still big up there and me to reach storage and everything. But also, again, with the cats getting up there, it's still a bit far for them to jump from the table up. So they still want to have some little walkway across. So across the top of this doorway bit, I'll probably have to have a cat walkway coming down onto the shelf and the boxes. Or again, that side again, we'll have the roof like stop here. I'll do a frame of it sort of this high, and then I'll do another roof on top of that or something, make it into sections. But again, it's just thinking what I need, and no matter what I've got, it still isn't enough. But you know, I've got to work out. Well, I don't know what Ian needs first. See what Ian needs, then I'll work out what I need. So I do at the moment, if we have wherever the diesel heat is going to be, especially hopefully it'll be in this section, we've got to then contain that area and make sure it stays warm. So obviously I want to be able to get some ply bits down this back bit here, this back wall, to try and warm that a bit, or at least get myself, like I say, a little cubby hole so it's nice warm headspace in here, so we haven't got all the draft coming in. I'm going to speak to him about that overhang as well, see if we can get the water going over. I haven't had no drastic leaks come in. That's certainly not leaking anymore, so that's good. But obviously the overhang and where it drops down the other side of the ramp is where it gets rainy. But other than that, I've had no wet patches anywhere. Obviously the windows here need to be insulated around, and I'm toying between blinds like I had before, or shutters, or just leave them as they are, or you know, it's just I'm an Aaron. But obviously, like I say, I'm going to be limited to what I've got facilities and what I have, so I can't go too much on the build because it really is about the MOT coming up that we've got to deal with. So and ideally, obviously the battery box, that section there, that'd be important to build all that wood out as well. So maybe that's where the wood's got to go at the moment, and I carry on being cold. I say at least having a diesel heater is going to be really beneficial. So there's a big to-do list for Ian, and obviously he's got to read down through it, work out what's prioritised, and work out where the money's got to go regarding labour for the MOT. And then I've obviously got a year's worth of work and jobs to go through as I sort of get sell little bits at the bungalow and everything. But anyway, I thought I'd quickly show you. This is the before I get to Ian, and I'll try to record what I can when I get there. Bye for now. Morning. Well, I've just arrived at Ian's. It's very wet, very misty, very... The cab is absolutely condensated up. But it's not here yet, so we're just going to let the cats out and let them know. See what they're at. I'll sort myself out. So I'll catch you later. Okay, it's absolutely pouring down with rain, and the consensus is now we're going to put the diesel heater under the bed like it was last time. I've just had fun getting all this moved out. So it's going to be there under the mattress like it was before, so I can build around it. We've got electrics already put in. This wall will be staying, but obviously I'll be building around it. So that works absolutely fine, but it's such a wet day. So I'm going to leave Ian to do that. So he'll fit the diesel heater in there. And then regarding the battery box, it's staying as it is, so you can work with that fine. He said once the batteries are, once the split charger's in, don't need to go in there to charge the batteries. And I can obviously renew the batteries later when I can afford to do so, but for now they're working fine, so we don't need to mess about with that at all. That still leaves me storage down here. And then we've got to try and make this little box here to go like that, so I can have the radio reversing camera in that bit there. So we can do what we can do today. We've only got today spare to get things done. The cats are being great. It's absolutely raining, so we can't go out, and they're just literally hooked on to anything we can find to stop them escaping and just watching what's going on. So I'll show you when it's done. it's getting really dark now. It's been dark, wet, miserable. Things have gone wrong. Ian's just working on the split charger now. He's got to earth it. He's got the cables into the bonnet. Batteries are staying where they are, like I said. So just sorting that out. Just put all the back together. The cats have had to be stuck in all day in the pouring rain. They're not happy. The floor is drenched from walking in and out of the rain all day. But as you can see, Spirit's quite cosy at the moment. Mischief is just having a look around at where she is. Got to be careful because she's free running and in with me in a minute. So yeah, I've got an absolutely drenched ply floor. Diesel heater, the fuel pump feed or whatever was missing out of the kit, which has completely put us up shit creek without a paddle, because we couldn't finish it off. So I'm still going to be cold and wet and everything. But we had to order one off eBay because by the time it's all traced up and another one comes, if it comes, hopefully we'll get sorted. But I still got to wait a week for that to come and hope that's going to be suitable. That's like sort of £9 off eBay, but still £9 I never had. Ian's been a trooper today, absolutely pissing it down in the rain, and he's been out in it, lying in it, underneath the van in it. Bless his heart. But yeah, it's been real difficult, real challenging. Obviously we're losing daylight. It just gets so dark so quickly and early. You can't work tomorrow, so we're just trying to sort of get things finished. So we've got a sort of an early finished diesel heater, and he's just got to finish off the split charger, and that's all he's going to manage to do today. So obviously I've got to come back when the rest of the diesel heater is back. Can't obviously start on the radio or anything. We have discussed about the leak at the back and everything coming down, and that can be sorted, not a problem. He's going to make some sort of, we call it caliber, some thing over that an awning can be fitted onto as well, so that's not a problem. So lots and lots of work for him to do, but you know, I'm going to have to drive back in all this in the rain and the dark. There's nowhere around here I can really park. It's not really fair on the cats to sit out in the rain in the middle of nowhere, where at least we can get home and plug the electric in and get some heat. I'm not using any Ian's electric today because obviously it's just so expensive. I'm not staying, so there's no need for that. We've managed to carry the daylight. Daylight's been really good through those windows, so I'm really impressed with her. But even just to say, just having that chair at the bottom is really helping me show the layout and how much space will be used and everything, and how much I'm comfortable with, and I'm really enjoying that. So I know where I'm going, but I could do with a lot of money. I don't know what it's going to cost today. Whatever's left, I'm just going to leave with Ian cash-wise, so I don't spend it, so I won't have it again. Hopefully I've got some change, which I can sort of carry out forward. But yeah, I'm sort of no food, no money, and I've got to come back again. And obviously it's a 40-mile round trip, so you know, things not being all done in the one day doesn't help either. But Ian is just, you know, he's a lifesaver, and I love this little van. And you know, I know Ian likes her as well. So it's going to be a long old haul with her, but she's going to look smashing when she's done. She really is. So thank you, Ian, for your work today and getting wet and cold and horrible for me and Hope.